Hi folks, welcome to the Dutchman's Journal. Today we're doing a little kind of different thing. One of my email addresses is Lost Dutchman's Mind, and maybe that's what I did. Maybe I lost my mind. I decided to take my little Jimmy here that I use for hunting, trapping. I do some ADC work, which is animal damage control work, and I decided that I would go ahead and camo it, basically for publicity reasons. I'm going to letter it and what have you in order to generate more business. So here I took a perfectly good 2001 Jimmy, which runs like a clock, has 250,000 miles on it. Beautiful little car. I've had it for years. It's taken me through the forest, through the swamps. It's really quite a little car. But I decided, or truck, I really should say, it is a truck. I decided that what I was going to do is go ahead and camo it, and let me show you what we have. Okay, first of all, this is the side that, of course, is not camoed yet, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Just your standard paint job on it, which has lasted pretty well. I mean, this is 2001, and it's still got a good finish to it. And that's probably why I'm insane for doing this. First thing I thought I'd do is the back of the vehicle to see if I was going to like it or not. And this is the beginning of the project, done with simple spray cans. And then over on the side that I did complete so far, you can see a little pattern done with all natural things that I've found laying around the house as far as plant life. All done with spray cans. Now if I bought or had done a wrap for this vehicle, we're talking $2,500 to $3,000. I'll have less than $50 in spray paint invested in this. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on and show you how I did this. The first thing I did was mask off the area so that overspray doesn't get all over everything. I had a stripe on the side and took lacquer thinner and cleaned off any of the adhesive. Now what I'm going to do is scuff this up lightly with 150 grit sandpaper on the end of my palm sander. I'm going to just go over the whole area, and you do not want to go, all you want to do is knock off the shine. You do not want to go too deep, because if you hit the metal there, eventually that area will rust on you. So you just lightly go over the whole area and you'll see how it scuffs up. Just a quick once over, and make sure when you're doing rounded edges that you're very careful, because it's very easy for you to go right through to the metal, and that's certainly one thing you don't want to do. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this, and then we'll come back and put on a coat of paint. Now that I've scuffed it up, I'm going to go ahead and wipe it all down with lacquer thinner. The entire area gets wiped down with lacquer thinner, and then you let it dry. Okay, now I'm going to spray my base coat on. I'm not too worried here about masking because I'm having this bumper redone and putting a winch on it. But I'm using tan, or sand, I guess it's called sand. I'm using sand as my base coat. Now I'm going to spray in this whole area with the sand color. And I'll go ahead and finish this up. Now I got the base coat over the whole area, and now I want to apply some contrasting colors in here. This here is deep forest green. Make sure you keep your little can shaken up. Little spot in there. Maybe a spot over there. Okay, then my next color over here is army green. I don't know. This army green isn't as army green as I thought it might be. Come back into that area. Just to give it a little bit of contrast. These are some of the different plants that I'm going to use as stencils in order to get different formations on the paint. And I might get some new ones as I go along because they do build up with paint. And I just grabbed a handful of local vegetation, and that's what I'm using on here. And I'll show you exactly how we do that. Okay, I picked the spot out, and I'm going to use this particular pattern. I'm going to just bring it over here. You don't have to be an artist in order to do this. You just have to use some common sense. Okay, I'll bring that in. Oops, kind of like that. And I have a little, I use earth brown, and I just lightly spray over the area. And I pull it off, and there we have a design. Then the next thing is I'll bring in another piece. That's my pine needles. I don't want to lay that down on. And then I have this. I haven't used this before, but I think this will be pretty cool. I'm going to bring these down here. Let's see how this works. Here we go. Bring some of this up here. And then maybe a little bit with some green. And that's the way it's put together, little at a time. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a darker green. And you just keep working your plant life on around. Let's try this guy. Haven't used him before. He looks pretty novel. You don't want to spray too heavily. Just lightly dust the area. That did not turn out good. So let's go back with some darker color. You almost cannot make a mistake. If you make a mistake, just, there we go. You spray over a base coat and you're back in business again. And just repaint the area. That's all you have to do. We'll go ahead and put this on the fender here. Pretty cool. I'll darken this area in here with a little dark green. And now I'm going to just go ahead and continue on with this. And it is that simple. And you'll see the final finished product when I'm done. Well, here it is, the final project. Should I say maybe work of art that we have here. Look at this. And I want to make a correction here. I thought I used like $50 worth of paint. I didn't even use $25 worth of paint. Of course, this isn't a super large vehicle, but still, again, for 25 bucks as to a $2,500 or $3,000 wrap, or even if you got the decals to put on the side of your vehicle, gosh, you can't beat this. And I've cleaned. Now, of course, it was a little overspray because I'm not the greatest masker, and so I just want to give you a tip on that. If you ever get overspray or get some debris, tree sap, what have you, on your glass on your vehicle, if you use 4/0 steel wool, and you could either use a circular pattern or a up and down pattern. It really doesn't matter. You can take that off of your vehicle glass with no problem at all. Actually, you can use it on your house if you wanted to. The windows in your house, any kind of marking that you have on there. It'll take it off and really improve the quality of the clarity of the glass. Of course, it won't remove nicks or scratches or anything like that, but it's mainly to take the debris off that has collected over the years. And we all seem to have that problem on our vehicles. So there it is. I have more to do on this, as far as I have like the front bumper. I have another bumper I'm putting on with a winch, so I'm going to be taking, I didn't finish that bumper in the front. I'm not going to do the roof because I put a boat up there and it'll just get scratched up. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this, and maybe you'll run out and buy yourself some spray paint. And don't be afraid. It was a piece of cake to do this. I'm no genius, so there you go. Have a good day. Come back, subscribe. We're always doing some crazy kind of project, and hope to have you as a subscriber. Bye-bye.